What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us here at Offside and Bounds, where we today are going to be previewing the round of 32 day 2. So this is Sunday, March 20th games. Okay, so we're going to go through the 8 games there. We're going to give you, our picks for the game, go through our system, and give you a little bit of an update there. Let's get into it. I'm Adam.
I'm Junior.
Let's go! All right, Junior. All right, here we go. Let's. It's been a heck of a day today. We're on Saturday. We got 4 games in the bag already. Some really good basketball being played. We expect the same going in. Some of the games going on now, and then some of the late games coming up later tonight. But we're focusing on Sunday, March 20th, round of 32, day 2, 16 teams playing. Let's kick it right off with Houston here. At Illinois. It's a 5 versus 4 matchup. We got the lines right now minus 4.5 on Houston. Really like Houston's team. And the over-under on this is 133.5.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I think this is a trap. That 4.5 on Houston.
Okay.
I don't know what Houston has or what their game plan is to stop Kofi Coburn. The man is an absolute beast. I don't see the size, the length maybe, but not the weight. I just don't know how they're going to contain him. Now, obviously, Illinois is a team that tends to settle in and they like to shoot the 3, but they also move the ball really, really well. And we've said this about Houston. I've said it 1,000 times, as Houston can get lulled into playing your game.
Yeah.
And you get Illinois in a half court offense and your sets, and Houston can get lulled to sleep. And then it's the Kofi Coburn show. He's going to neutralize the paint. So any kind of penetration that Houston's going to have coming into the lane, he's going to neutralize that. So if they are not hitting their outside shots, they're going to be in trouble. So they shoot about 45% from the floor, about 34% from 3, and then they're about a 70% free throw shooting team. So, if I'm Houston, I'm going right at Kofi, and I'm trying to get him in foul trouble early to get him on the
100%.
bench.
Absolutely.
And win the game that way. So it's still close. Our system has this actually Illinois winning by 2, 72-70.
Okay, so hitting that over, but betting Houston to cover that spread.
No, Houston.
Sorry, betting Illinois.
To
cover that spread there. Yeah, I hope. I'm expecting to see Houston play very defensively, but you're 100% right. If they start playing Illinois' game, it's going to be a problem for them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, stat-wise, these teams match up pretty good. So this is poised for a close game and a good, entertaining game. Okay, so let's move on to the next matchup here. We got the Ohio State Buckeyes at number 7 versus Villanova at number 2. Line on this game is minus 5 Villanova, over under at 131.5.
Listen, Ohio State plays a certain pace, and so does Villanova. Villanova shoots about 40% from the floor, where Ohio State, I think they're about 45% from the floor. Ohio State shoots better from 3, and they're both actually pretty disciplined at the line. I think Ohio State shoots about 78, 79%, and then Villanova's in the area of around 74 or 75 in there.
So 75 Ohio State and 82 Villanova, which seems really high.
Yeah. This game will be decided by a few things. Number 1, it's going to be rebounding. Whoever wins the rebound battle is going to be the team who is going to have that extra shot in the arm to win that game. And then it's going to be the turnover battle. So whoever turns the ball over less, more assists, taking care of the ball. Again, whoever's corner that's in is going to give them that step up, and then it's going to be free throw shooting. They both shoot well, yeah.
They match up really well.
Yeah, but come tournament time, I it's all going to depend on who the pressure gets to and who it doesn't. So right now, the pressure's not on Ohio State; it's on Villanova.
Yeah,
and you're seeing all these upsets. I mean, obviously, with the 7-2, this isn't that big of a distinctive difference in terms of their actual seating in the country. I think Ohio State has a good shot at pulling this off, just because of their length, their defensive efficiency is there too. Let's see what the system has. Wow. System has this a 74-64 win for Villanova.
Okay. So by 10. I mean, I like Villanova's program, always have. I like what they do with that program there. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what the system's predicting. I'll probably say within a couple of points, like 3, 4, 5 points.
The only issue is two Ohio State teams could show up. The one that'll put up 56 points and the one that'll put up 66, 76 points.
That's true. Yeah.
It's all going to depend on what team shows up. So the system might not be wrong. It could be a double-digit win for Villanova.
Yeah.
It could be a 1-point game for Ohio State. Who knows?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen. Let's move along here to Michigan State Spartans versus the Duke Blue Devils. So this is a 7-2 matchup. I'm just getting the line here. We got Duke favored by 6.5, and over under in this game is 144.5.
Jeez, it's right on the. Oh my God. Again, this is going to be, can Michigan State weather the Duke storm? Because Duke they're going to come out punching. They're going to come out running on you. Banchero is going to be doing what he does, going, slashing, driving to the hoop. Hopefully they got enough big bodies on the bench because Duke is a team that likes to get into the hole. Their outside shooting is still pretty decent. But Duke's looking close to 50% from the floor. 36, 37% from three. And obviously their free throws aren't that strong, but they're still 70%.
It's a 1% swing on any category with these guys. I mean, they match up. It's almost an identical matchup.
Yeah. So it's just going to be the motivation here. Again, another 7-2 matchup. Pressure's on Duke. This is Coach K's last ride. How are these guys going to send them out? Is it going to be a whimpering defeat to Michigan State, or is it going to be a triumphant victory and moving into the Sweet 16? I feel like it's a Sweet 16 for Duke here. Personally, I like Duke to win this game. Let's see what the system has. They've got a 76-66 win for Duke.
Okay. So another 10-pointer. Yeah, I mean, I expect Duke to move through here. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for them, but the Coach K story and all that's going to bode well for them. They're going to have to, deliver for him. I mean,
extra motivation, right?
100%, man, 100%. And, I like Michigan State's program as well, but, I think Duke's going to outperform them here. But again, hoping this is going to be a very competitive and a very good, exciting game, which we've seen a lot of today already. So, all right, let's keep it moving here. Okay, so we got the Iowa State Cyclones and the Wisconsin Badgers. Sorry, this is an 11-3 matchup. This is -5 in favor of Wisconsin and over under 126. What are the lower ones?
Mm-hmm. That's mainly because Iowa State is that team that likes to slow the game down to a snail's pace.
Yep.
A slow pub crawl at the end of the night, going to your last bar when you're already tanked. That's how Iowa State plays basketball.
Just they probably drink well too.
Yeah, visual representation of what that team is. When you look across the board, Iowa State shoots better from the floor and from three. The one thing that always is going to get me, and we've hit the nail on the head 1,000 times, it's free throws. This is a 66% free throw team. It's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done this time of year. Wisconsin, again, they've had their ups, their downs, their lefts, their rights. They're all over the places. They've had some big wins and some big losses too. I personally, I think this is probably going to be I'm a guy who loves to bet overs. That's why I lose so often when I'm doing parlays. That's why I don't do parlays anymore. I think 126 is a bit low for this, like far too low. So
Yeah.
I'm inclined to smash that. I think Wisconsin does have a pretty efficient offense. They do outpossession Iowa State, so I think they're going to do a lot more with their possessions than Iowa State is. We have the system telling us it's going to be a 71-66 win for Wisconsin. So barely covering there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right on the edge there.
And the over's 10 points over for the system. So I'm inclined to kind of agree with that.
Okay. All right, let's keep it moving with your team, Fighting Irish. Notre Dame, the 11 seed, going up against Texas Tech, number 3 seed. I believe it's an 8-point spread on this in favor of Texas Tech. Yeah, 8 points, and then 132.5 on the over-under. That's going 7-10 tomorrow.
42% from the floor, 25% from 3, 70% from the line. And no, that's not the Fighting Irish. That's Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
The Irish are shooting 47% from the floor, 37% from 3, and 74% from the free throw line. Don't let my heart tell you who's going to win this game. I still think it's Dame here. I think they finally got that monkey off their back and they're driving. This is my Cinderella. This is the one that I've earmarked for the tournament. I'm going to ride hot and heavy on them.
Okay.
System doesn't agree with me.
I didn't think it would.
No. In fact, it hasn't agreed with me quite as much as I would hoped it would. 74-63 win for Texas Tech. So hits the over and gets the cover.
All right, let's keep it moving here. We got this one's going Sunday, 7:45. Miami Hurricanes versus the number 2 Auburn Tigers. It's a 10-2 matchup. Auburn favored here by 7 points, and the over-under in this game is 144.5.
Okay, so there's one team in this matchup that shoots better from the floor, from 3, and from the free throw line. Again, it's not Auburn. It's Miami.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
My issue.
I like to throw in the rebounds there, and because you know how I feel about rebounds.
Rebounds are important.
Rebounds at the end of the game usually wins the game.
Yep, and that number's still quite close. It's not enough to dictate 7-8 points for
Probably
an advantage.
Not.
Yeah. Our system has got this a 75-66 win for Auburn. I don't know. I think these bigger spreads that are coming up to 7-8 points when you're getting into the round of 32, as we've seen from the stats, these teams are super close. It's like a hair off here, a hair off there, but not enough to dictate this kind of an advantage. Mm-hmm. I think Miami covers that spread. Ultimately, I think Auburn wins, but I think Miami covers that spread. I think they keep it within 5.
A few points.
That's where I'd go.
What about the system?
System 76-67, so 9 points.
Okay. All right, let's keep it moving here. Texas Longhorns, number 6 versus the Purdue Boilermakers. That's going off at 8:40 Sunday, round of 32, day 2. I think we got a 3-point spread here. Yeah, 3 points for Purdue, and over-under on this one's 134.
This, again, is going to depend on what Texas team decides to show up. They can show up soft or they can show up ready to go. Purdue, same thing. They both have signature wins, and they've got a lot of signature losses this year, these two teams. Purdue, I think, when it comes to efficiency on the floor, I think Purdue's a more efficient team than Texas is.
Almost 50% from field goal range, almost 40 from 3, 70 from the line.
But again, it's tournament time. So it's almost like take all your stats from the last 3, from the last season, from the season before in the tournament, just throw them out. Unfortunately, we built a system using all of these numbers, so we have to go with it. But I mean, if you're looking for an edge here, I just think that Texas is going to have more possessions, which is going to tell me that more offensive rebounds, more defensive rebounds, fewer turnovers, more assists. I think that they're going to come out on top here, personally. System-wise, 77-67 in favor of Purdue.
Wow, a lot of similar scores pumping out on that, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the last game. Here's the late games. TCU Horned Frogs at number 9. This game goes off Sunday 9:40 versus the Arizona number 1 seeded Wildcats. This game, I believe, is, what do we got here? 9.5 in favor of Arizona. And then you got the over-under on this game at 143.
System 86 Arizona, 65 Texas Christian.
I mean, I expect Arizona to win this game relatively handedly. I don't know by how many points, maybe 7, 8, 9 points. What's your feeling?
Arizona should wipe the floor with TCU here. System, I think, has it right, or at least how it should be. Mm-hmm. Arizona is a power team. They're a top five team in the country. They're odds-on favorite. A lot of people had them winning the national championship, or at least in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all those brackets are busted thanks to Iowa State. But I think in terms of defensive efficiency, Arizona is a very strong defensive team. So is TCU. I just don't think that TCU has the offense to keep pace with Arizona. Arizona is the type of team that can blow you out by 40 and put up 90 over 100 points. TCU is not that type of team. They're not a running gun team. They'll wear you down, keep the score low. Low 70s if it's a really high-end offensive night from TCU. Low 70s, mid 70s. Mm-hmm. If Arizona is chucking and running, they're high 90s, low hundreds. So
yeah,
I don't think we're going to see it eclipse the century mark for Arizona, but they're going to put up a ton of points here. So, I mean, System's got it 86. I'd probably say 92, 93 points here. And then, TCU will have a trouble getting up to 70. So I could see a big win for Arizona here.
Okay. So smash that over and Arizona to cover the spread then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, that's the last game there. Awesome. So that wraps up our preview and predictions for the round of 32, Sunday, March 20th. 8 games on the docket. Hopefully basketball just continues to be very competitive and exciting because the games have just been phenomenal to watch. We want you to join us in our journey as we continue through the March Madness tournament. And we're going to give you updates and recaps as they become available and continue to give you the previews of who we think is going to come out on top and where our system puts us in play for that. So we want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, comment below. We want to know what you like and who you're riding with. Who's your Cinderella? Let us know who it is. Who do you like? Who's your outlier team? But that's going to be a wrap for us. So thank you again so much for joining. I'm Adam.
I'm Junior. And we're gonna see you
real